with Madison 4-H and me, Miss Beth. We are here today. There's a really special holiday coming up in the next couple of days. And it happens every year. And it's happened since 1776. What do we call it? It's the 4th of July. Independence Day. Yes. Let me tell you how it started. Long time ago, before the United States was actually a country, we were part of Great Britain or England. And there were 13 colonies. They were kind of like states are, but they were not called states back then. They were called colonies because they were colonies or part of Great Britain. And we had a bunch of colonists over here. Those are people that live in the colony. And they were still being ruled by the King of England. And the King of England was not being very nice. No. They were making the colonists pay these crazy taxes and it was just really not a fair situation. So the delegates, a group of men called delegates some from each colony met and said, you know what, enough is enough. So we had this big war called the American Revolution, and we defeated the English, the Redcoats as they were called, and in 1776 on July 4th those delegates signed what's called the Declaration of Independence. We declared we are no longer part of Great Britain, that we were going to be our own nation. And that's where the United States of America started. So 244 years ago. So we celebrate the birthday of the United States of America on Independence Day, July the 4th. Man, 244 years old. You know, what do we do on those days? On the 4th of July? Well, this year is going to be a little different because of the coronavirus, but usually we have parades and we have fireworks and we have barbecues and we have picnics and our family gets together and we go places. So this year's going to be a little different. However, you can still support the United States of America and celebrate the independence that we gained from England. And all of us, not just one group, but all of us need to realize how lucky we are here in the United States, and just show our support for our country. One way that we can do that, and I'm going to show you today, is real simple. We can fly the American flag. I do that at my house. And we can also support our country by wearing our colors. Our colors are red, white, and blue. So today I'm going to show you how to make your own tie-dye shirts so you can celebrate the 4th of July and the independence that we gained from Great Britain back in 1776, 244 years ago. That's older than me. Stay tuned. First tie-dye project that we're going to try this morning is we're going to actually use Sharpie markers, rubbing alcohol, a little spray bottle, piece of cardboard, and my t-shirt. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to take our t-shirt and we're going to have to put this cardboard inside the t-shirt so that it will not bleed through to the other side when you use your Sharpie markers. So set this up, get it straight. Okay, so this is where my print will be, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a flag, and I'm going to use my blue marker for the stars in the corner, and my red marker will be the stripes. Then we will spray the rubbing alcohol on it and it should run. Let's see how it works. So there's our flag. Now we take our alcohol, our rubbing alcohol. Let's see how this works. Alright, we're gonna let it sit and dry, and we'll come back and take a look at it after it dries. So this tie-dye project is a little bit messier. So what I've done is I've taken an old garbage bag, well it's actually a new garbage bag, yeah, don't want an old one, and cut the end off and spread it out on my table. Then I have a cookie cooling rack or a cake cooling rack to pick it up pick my shirt up off of it. I've mixed my tie-dye. This is from a kit that I got at Walmart. I think or either Hobby Lobby. And so I've mixed those up. And the first thing we want to do is we want to put on gloves. Well, actually, we'll hold those to just a minute. So we want to make our design. Now I want to make my t-shirt red, white, and blue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it out. And then I'm just going to crinkle it up, roll it up like this. Not any sort of really pattern. Just crinkle it. Okay? So I've wadded it up in a line. Alright. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my zip ties. And I'm going to tie my shirt tightly. Now you can use rubber bands, but I found that zip ties work better because you don't have to run that rubber band all the way down your shirt. Okay? Okay, so there you go. It's all zip tied up. Move those over there. Put our shirt on there. Now it's glove time. Now I want to dampen, I should have done this before, but I want to just dampen my shirt a little bit with water. Should have done this before I crinkled it up. Okay, that just kind of helps it absorb the dye. Okay, so we are ready to put our dye to our shirt. All right, now this is the top and I wanted red at the top. So I will take my red dye. This is where it gets very interesting and messy, but I will pour it on. That's my red. Then I wanted to leave some white. And then do our blue at the bottom. Okay, now we just let it absorb some of that color, and we'll come back after a while and we will remove our zip ties, and we'll go from there. So I had some extra dye, and I had a couple of handkerchiefs. I said, well, that'd be pretty cool to have the 4th of July as well. So I'm gonna see how this works. We'll see how these turn out. So, we've been doing a little bit of drying thanks to our sun and our warm weather. And our first project, we used the permanent markers and a piece of cardboard and rubbing alcohol. And this is how it turned out. Pretty cool. Kind of different, but that's cool. Neat. So that's our one project, and I will model them later. Our next one, before we do that one, remember we had I had some extra dye and handkerchiefs. I couldn't think of the word there for a minute. And so I'm just going to very carefully, without cutting my handkerchiefs, and I'm going to cut the zip ties. Now we have to go inside and rinse them out. Okay, so now that we've got them tie-dyed and we've taken the zip ties off, now you have to, it's still damp, so now we have to rinse it in cold water. So we'll get some cold water going. Brr, it's cold. Not really. And we'll want to wash it in warm water. Okay? So, there we go. There is our American flag tie-dyed t-shirt, ready for the 4th of July. Now, while I'm doing that, we're going to take our handkerchiefs too, run some cold water over them. Now this one's kind of harder to do to keep the colors separated, but you do want to try to squeeze them out. There we go. There's one. And there's the other one. Hey, all right. So we'll let these dry and we'll come back and maybe do a model for you. Good job. Okay, so I've taken all of my tie-dye material home. I've washed it in the washing machine in cold water. I think I said warm water earlier, but it's cold water and just a little bit of detergent. And you don't want to wash them with anything else, or, you know, because if you wash them with your white socks, they're probably going to have pink socks when you get through with it. So the first one I did was with our permanent markers, okay, and alcohol. And this one's really cool because you can draw on the shirt with your permanent markers and then spray the alcohol on it. And it kind of retains, it gives you some more color, but it retains the actual drawing. So that was my first one I did. Here is my second one. This one is my favorite, okay, with the red, white, and blue, okay? And I'll be excited to wear that on the 4th of July in the next couple of days. So there you go, pretty nice. I also did some bandanas. Here's one bandana, red, white, and blue, and another design that I did. And it's pretty cool because you can make the design, any design you want. This one I folded up this way, like this, I think, maybe. And then this one, I did it like this. So it's up to you. So whatever you do, have fun, enjoy it, and happy birthday, America.